good to be on a stage. It's fantastic to be on a stage that fits me. No one, like, you guys take headroom for granted, but when you're retarded tall, this is a beautiful thing. I'm 6'8", which means that everyone in this room is wondering if I play basketball. All of you. To get this done with right now, no, I never did. But like anyone over 6'5", I love fucking with tourists and making them think I'm an ex-NBA player. It is amazing. I mean, everyone comes to Manhattan dreaming of a famous celebrity cameo, and I can only keep it going. I mean, when Tokyo went down, I was most disappointed. I had 3 or 4 friends who were waiting to go across there, them in business suits, me in sweatsuits. How many endorsements am I signing in one day? You know what I mean? But it's not all getting things on the top shelf and being able to walk into clubs being this hard. It's actually kind of annoying. Anyone here scared of doorways? I mean, do you know how hard it is to look cool walking into a room when you have to do it like this? It's a whole lot of swagger that's hard to pull off. As you can see from my father, trees don't grow leaves on top of them. So that's the one plus side. Most people don't see this. You know what I mean? But it was kind of weird. I just turned 21 a few months ago, and my 21st birthday, I got a letter from Bosley Hair Treatment, which means that I either have a huge asshole for a friend, or they have the best business tactics ever. I mean, they are recruiting. You know what I mean? But they say it's a receding hairline. It turns out it all went to my back and stomach. So I'm not that nervous about it. You know, it's kind of funny. Being this tall can kind of change things up. It'll make your jobs a little bit hard to get. I wanted to be a waiter, but it's really awkward taking someone's order when you have to stand like this, and they're right here, and I'm asking them what they want to eat tonight. You know what I mean? It's like, how is your meat? Every club I go to, everyone thinks I'm a bouncer. It's like ridiculous. I was in Pasha last weekend. Someone walks up to me. I have purple glasses and a pink t-shirt on, and they seriously ask me where the bathroom is. I don't even know where I am right now. Okay? But it's really okay. Being this tall, you really can't look cool while dancing. You kind of look like those things they put in front of corny car dealerships, those big, blowy, inflatable things just on the side of the highway. But I'm happy I'm at least from New York. Being a New Yorker, you kind of have to be this tall. We all have a little bit of cockiness. I don't care if you're a Wall Street banker or a 14th Street bum. You have more swagger because it's just the greatest city in New York. I mean, in the world. Think about that. I mean, shopping, entertainment, food, and sports. We have 11 professional sports teams. 11. How pissed off are you if you're a sports fan in South and North Dakota? They don't even have a WNBA team. That's like the lowest tier. All they have is old white men carved into signs and signs that let you know you finally left that state. The other thing is food. New Yorkers are the only people who walk into pizzerias anywhere out of the tri-state and tell them that they can't make a pie. Or tell a Chinese person from Connecticut that they have no idea how to make lo mein. I mean, how much balls do I have? I know Chinese dudes who can make better bagels than anyone in Boston. There's some low sides, though. I'm terrified. There's people who have kids in this room right now. Yeah, who has kids? Anyone have daughters? Terrified to have kids in the city. Listen, especially daughters. There's a moment, if my son's born, I'm going to walk in and I'm going to hold him and I'm going to look at him and I'm going to know, like, someday, 14, 15 years from now, you're going to walk up to me, bright-eyed, with a giant smile and say, "Dad, I just got my first blowjob." And I am going to know that my job as a father is almost complete. I mean, this man, he gives me fist bumps at this point. You know how fantastic that is? But if I have a daughter, someday she's going to come to me and say, "Dad, what's a blowjob?" And I'm going to tell my wife that we're investing in a fantastic security system and homeschooling. Because at 6'8", I feel bad for any boyfriend who comes over. I've lied to lots of parents. I'm sleeping in the living room, and no, we're just going to the movies. And at the blame of it, it is technology. I mean, it used to be, if you find out the word penis, you ask your parents what it is, or the word sex, and they give you some little backhanded answer that really just tiptoes around it. Nowadays, you just have to use Google. I mean, the things you can find out. any parents in this room, go block that privacy setting. Because when they come to you and ask you what sex is, and you give them a terrible answer, they're going to find out. And they're the coolest kid in the playground that day. Relationships are kind of crazy. It's almost impossible to have one with girls my age this day. I mean, they still have this crazy dream of Prince Charming, but the Nicki Minaj CD in their car just told me they're into ass to mouth. I mean, honestly, at this point, I've almost given up on it. I've actually come to the conclusion that 21-year-old men and 35-year-old women were meant for each other. Older women, you're fantastic. Okay? Some older women here have to be proud of the fact that you're the best people out. 21-year-old girls are kind of crazy. Older women have no false dreams of Prince Charming. You're 10 times more nurturing. You have just the best. I mean, listen to this. I met this girl, 35 years old. We went out, had a couple of drinks, went back to her house. Not only was it the most educational sex of my life, which is something to be said, but after we're done, she asked me if I was hungry, and she made me the best sandwich I've ever had. I mean, everyone loves a woman who cuts off the crusts, but when that Facebook request came and I accepted it, and I saw that high school graduation date for her and birth date for me matched up, it's not going to work. How am I going to bring a girl home when all she has in common with my mom are premenopausal cramps, hot flashes, and a crush on Sean Connery? Yeah, I'm Ian Wilson. Thank you guys so much.